No.
fucking wear it.
No, I'm good.
I think that would scare the living daylights out of a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm good. My nieces really liked.
Okay, hold on.
Hmm?
I am, but I believe you still have me blocked. I blocked you? Did I really?
I mean, I don't want him tweeting me if he's gonna harass me.
What was your channel? Baseball guy. Unless it's the one I think it is. If you can send me the thing. Oh, wait a minute. I actually do have him in. Okay. I have him on Twitter. Okay. American Nightmare 76. Yeah, I remember it now.
Why did you block him?
We weren't very civil with each other.
And he wants to tweet me? He wants my Twitter?
I will admit, I probably when we were going back and forth, I probably said things I probably went about it the wrong way. In which case, baseball guy or American Nightmare 76, I do apologize because I think I did for one of the videos for Onision. Was it either for Onision or the ones attacking Joy? He can correct me if he wants. But okay, yes, it is the American Nightmare 76. But I called him a Onision fan, and he went about saying that he's not an Onision fan, that he was kind of mad that I was classifying him as an Onision fan.
Mm-hmm.
And there was some other stuff I cannot remember for the life of me what I said to him. So hopefully, if I unblock you, dude, hopefully all is forgiven and we can, just move on from there. And I know he's been trying to ask me, he's on occasion tried to ask me a few questions about the stuff that's been going on, like how I met Joy and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I can figure out how to unblock him, I can do that.
Also, in the chat, is Tansy here by chance? If so, please hello. And I have not gone through your documents yet that you emailed me, but I will look at them soon.
Follow me, you won't be sorry. Wrote, hey dude, I'm in London. I hate Jamie Lee Fisher. Can we diss that bitch for a while, please? I don't know. I've already said what I have had to say, especially with the fact that, my last video on her, my real last video on her, and I'm gonna say that because she tried making it out like, you know, like don't stop making videos on me. I'm making you money. It's like, what money are you making me, really?
I'd like to talk about her for a little bit. I know I said it earlier in the stream. Like, I was following her on Twitter for a little bit.
I blocked her on Twitter.
Yeah, and she ended up unblocking me yesterday and sent me a message saying, "I had some fans tell me about you, so I unblocked you." And I was like, okay. And I was kind of thinking, what were they saying about me? And she just basically sent me a link of a video that I did a while ago, and it was titled "Who is Jimmy Fisher Anyway?" And she said, like, well, we could do a live stream together on Thursday or Friday, and everything. And well, I'm on, at the time I was on my YouNow account. And I was like, well, we can talk now there if you want. I was like, oh no, I'm busy right now, and everything. And I'm like, okay. And I'm probably going to block because I'm one of those people where people I don't want to deal with, I block. And it's gotten to the point where everyone that I block because even if I don't remember initially the reason why I block them. It's more of, hey, I blocked this person because I don't want to deal with them, stay away from them, type of thing. So I'm still kind of contemplating talking to her, everything, or like later this week. But I'm thinking about it at least. But
Can I just say,
I'm not talking.
she looks fucking creepy. I'm looking at one of her recent videos right now as we're talking. She looks so fucking creepy with the heavy makeup that she puts on herself. I'm sorry.
She looks like two different people with makeup and not makeup on. And I know I made a comment on one of her videos a long time ago saying, like, hey, if you don't put as much makeup on, you'll probably look pretty good. And I don't know if in that comment I said you look like a clown, but the blue makeup, eyeshadow rather, it makes me think that she kind of is a clown because of that. You know?
So I'm like,
What do you guys think of me for wearing makeup?
I don't have mine on right now.
Work on that cow, and she said I gave her death threats. No, okay. What does she consider death threats exactly from you? Because I'm actually curious.
well, she has the same mentality of Onision or anybody from TMZ. It's like, okay, and they'll find any little thing that would, in their mind, be considered as a death threat. Like,
I remember. Have you ever been to that low cow website?
yes.
Okay. If you actually, for those who haven't gone to that website, on it when I looked a couple months ago, like in April and everything, and then there's people that are talking about Jamie Fisher being like a transgender person, and from my perspective, she doesn't look like a transgender or anything, or tranny or anything like that. But
I wouldn't be surprised.
Tranny is a derogatory term. Sorry, I had to interject there.
I don't really like that term.
I got called that by one of my students when I was trying to explain the difference between transgender and transsexual. And they're like, because I was dressed more masculine that day. I wore my old Olive Garden shirt. Yeah, I used to work at Olive Garden. And my tie and everything else. And he's like, oh, what makes you any different than a tranny? I'm like, oh, shit. This is also the same person who is the reason why I don't allow people to call me by my first name in my classes anymore. So, but damn. Oh, sorry, I wasn't trying to attack you. Anyways, I just want to throw that out there. Keep going.
You guys.
Oh, well, I already said bye in the chat, but I'll say bye in person too. Have a good night.
I'll come back on another time. This was fun.
Never.
Have a good one.
Bye.
But so going back to Jamie Lee Fisher, it was the I don't know how to put it when it comes to the interactions with her. It was a weird experience, you know, because like I gave my point. I mean, it's like the first video she made on Joy. It's like, what did she do? She just had a clip show of Joy, in her mind, acting like an idiot, and then her in random segments of the video acting like an idiot. Just, being silent, not saying a damn thing. So it's like, what was your point with this whole video? And she's like, oh, it was parody. It's like, you don't understand, comedy or anything like that. It's like, no, in a sense, I understand comedy. It's like, that's not comedic. There was no sense to that video. And then if you read the comments for that said video, she's very passive aggressive through everything that goes on. Like, I'm trying to find.
I'll be honest, I've only watched maybe like 2 of her videos. I haven't seen enough to really form an opinion on her. And also, comedy is subjective, but yes, there are, like I said before, not everybody is gonna think something's funny And that's not me trying to, defend her by any means, but
I've seen quite a few of her videos, some of them being on Joy and everything, and Onision has comedy to his videos compared to her. From videos I've seen, it's more from what I've seen of hers. It's more of her sitting down, looking at the screen that she's on, not directly into the camera, because she's like likes looking at herself, not directly to the camera.
Oh my gosh. I found it. I freaking found it. Okay. So those who are probably wondering what I found, earlier in the video, I mentioned a YouTuber who pretty much exposed all of the shit that was being put out on Joy. Supposedly that she owned special spaces. Apparently, that like she owned a charity. She was making a ton of money off the charity. I found the YouTuber that actually discussed this, and I'm gonna link his video in the comments right now or the chat. Because apparently what he did was he did his own research. He talked about her, or talked to people for special spaces. He asked them, "Hey, so is Joy Sparkle, or her name, the real name, have been in contact with you guys about certain topics?" They said yes, she has. He even asked, "Does she own special spaces?" And they said no. Um, Even asked, did she donate this set amount of money? And they willingly gave him the information. He even mentioned the fact that like so many people are wondering about this. They're concerned about things that really they shouldn't be concerned about.
and I respect that in terms of, privacy. I totally get that. But when you are being vague, people are going to question it.
Yeah.
Like, for example, she talks about how she's, done very well for herself, and she was in the business and marketing field, and she had like high profile clients and all that stuff without really describing or saying like where she worked or what her specific job title was. And again, I get that. You don't want to give out too much.
Yeah, I mean, like with my let's say with my job, like I talk about how it's been a while since I've done videos on it, but I work at a treatment center where I'm like practically working with a bunch of guys for an entire week, like in the country, um, and out of respect, out of my boss, who's a good friend, I do not mention the name because I know there's people who despise me, like Jim Bean, who are going to look up where this place is at and freaking harass or send harassment to my said boss.